MAAS is too good. She's too good at it. Hello, my name's Lannie. Today I just finished A Court of Thorn and Roses, like literally 20 minutes ago. I'm slightly distraught. If you don't know what A Court of Wings and Roses is, it's the third book in the Court of Thorn and Roses. This is so many words. Series. It pretty much follows this person named SARA who shoots a wolf when she's 19 years old when she's out hunting, and then that brings her to the fairy world because the fairy was a wolf, and now she has to go to the fairy world as punishment and live with this guy, and it's really weird. It evolves a lot from there. So if you haven't read this, you can't watch most of this video, but I do have a slightly non-spoiler section right now, and if you don't like the first book, just keep reading the second book because it gets so much better. One thing that I think A Court of Thorn and Roses is so good at is feminism. Honestly, feminism has gotten to a point on the internet where I sometimes don't even call myself a feminist. There are just so many feminazis, and I don't mean that in like the whole I'm a feminist way, but just like ways that I don't think really represent what feminism is. This series just completely captures what I think feminism is, and I love it so much. That's a main reason why I really like this series. And then another thing is Sarah J. Maas, I feel like she's really an author that will listen to her readers, because I know after the second book, everyone was complaining, oh my gosh, that was so good, that was so good, but where is the diversity, Miss Sarah J. Maas? I didn't see anything, because all I saw was white. But you know what? In the rest, she just completely delivers. She listens to her readers, and it's amazing. We have like, I just love it. It's so different, and you can tell that like she has acknowledged this fact, and she's like, I'm sorry I haven't included you here, and I'm going to change that, and that's wonderful. So that was the part where like if you haven't read any of these books, that was me trying to persuade you to like join our side and read the series. And so now if you've read the first or second book, I'm going to talk to you now because there are some things that I don't really think include the third book that I think are so prominent and so important that I don't want to mention them in just the spoiler section because I feel like some people haven't read this book yet. So you know how Readin was stuck under the mountain for over 50 years, and he was stuck being the sex toy of Amartha, I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna call her Amy, which is really uncomfortable because I have a friend named Amy. That fact is used against him so many times because you know Readin, he's made out to be this evil character, this dark character, so of course they use anything against him, and so they use the fact that he was Amy's sex toy for years. It bugs me so much because that was not consented. He was literally forced to be your sex toy, and so if that wasn't consented, if he didn't want to be there, that therefore means he was being raped for 50 years. You can't use this against him because yes, he chose to be under the mountain to save his friends. He was not fully consent to the sex that he had with Amy. He was raped. He was the victim in this situation, so you can't blame him for that. acoWOW really like lived up to my expectations, which I wasn't expecting it to because acowar completely like ruined my world, and that was amazing, and it was such a surprise. I think that's half the reason why I loved acowar so much, because I didn't like acoWOW that much, but now I'm like, oh my gosh. Pretty much this was filled with all of the stuff I loved. It had Readin and SARA, and it had character development, and it had an amazing plot, and I love this world so much. I think the fairy world thing, which I hate saying the word fairy because all I think of is freaking Tinkerbell, but the fairy world is so amazing, and it keeps on growing, and I love it. It doesn't feel like there's ever any boundaries to it, unlike other worlds where it seems like authors set direct boundaries on all the rules, but then break them so they can make more money on the next books. I hate that. Okay, now I'm going to talk to the people who have only read acowar. So, bye! Adios! I gotta let my feelings just fly out like a fairy. Okay, I'm not really going to talk about specific events in acowar, but I think just some things that I really think need to be spoken about, like the fact that I brought this up several times, but really the character development. These people are not the same people they were in the beginning of the series, especially SARA, but not only her, but her sisters and everyone around her in the Court of Dreams. Like, freaking more! She like finally told the world, I'm bi, and I've been hiding it for like 500 years. You go, man. And then also all the other people, they're so scarred by the events that have happened in this series, but then the fact that they rise the strength to continue on, I think that's a main important fact of the characters and why we love them so much, because they're just, you keep on going and you're aware that you're broken and you're aware that you're a completely changed person, which was the whole concept behind acowar, because like SARA was different after she returned from under the mountain, and then she wasn't fit for Tamlin anymore. I don't know, honestly, my personal views, I don't think Tamlin's a bad guy. I think he just has a distinct and different personality, and I don't agree with a lot of his views. I don't support a lot of what he does, but that doesn't make him totally evil. I'm not saying that because of what he did in the end of acowar, but I was thinking this way before. It's just, he has a different personality, and Feyre no longer fit into that build. And I pray that one day someone is gonna come along and show Tamlin, like, you're acting wrong, because he's not a completely evil guy. I think he's just misguided and spoiled, and he just needs someone or something. But yeah, the changes in these people and how they deal with this PTSD and how their changed personalities, how they deal and work together with other people because they really needed the support of everyone around them. I think that's just a major part of this story and all the wholeness of it. And then I think another thing that I really liked about this book was the kindness Feyre really showed to everyone, and that's one thing that really set her apart for me. And I mean, there are a lot of things that set her apart, but it was mostly like her attitude and like her kindness towards these monsters and towards these innocent humans was just changed the course of, I think, where the story would have gone. If it were the Throne of Glass main character, I feel like the story would have been completely different, because Feyre showed unending kindness to everyone, and that completely like changed the way the story went. Can we talk about the final battle scene? Holy cow, I loved that final battle scene. I, for some reason, did not see all of those reinforcements coming, and the moment where Feyre was like, oh, I have like a mating bond gift for you, and then she had all of these like stuff around her. Ah, ow, that hurt. That was beautiful, and I can just imagine it. I mean, I don't want to imagine the goriness, but just imagining that, like going to this battle thinking you're going to lose, but doing it for a good cause, and then finally getting that one sliver of hope. Just imagine that, just picture that in this gory battlefield. I just love that image. But I can't express how excited I am for the next book. And I'm so scared it's not going to be about Rhysand and Feyre, because they're my most favorite characters of ever. But what's going to happen next? I don't know. But I really want the next book to be about them, because it says the series will continue on. So will it continue on with Feyre and Rhysand? Because, I mean, I love all the other characters, but I don't love them that much, you know what I mean? I love short stories. Yeah, I need all the short stories. Yes, please. But then the main 700, 800 page book, Feyre and Rhysand. Yes. Tamlin! Can we talk about Tamlin for a second? I saw it coming, I think. The fact that he would like turn against like the king guy, and I'm so proud of him. Like, I just can't wait for him to like bloom and grow up and blossom. Speaking about blooming and growing up, so Feyre's sisters, holy cow, that was a huge change. Like, I can't believe that they were only in 1 out of 3 of the books. Like, they just had such a huge presence that I can't imagine a story without them. But they weren't really there for like 2 of the novels. Literally, I think the one quote that really like sums up this entire book is, and I realized that home was indeed the same, but perhaps we were not. I love this series so much. I'm so excited. Okay, but am I excited enough to read Sarah J. Maas's other series? Not quite. So yeah, thanks for watching. What are your thoughts of acowar? Have you read the series? I don't know. Bye.